Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. Um, right now, I'm actually supposed to be on with Calvin Johnson, but they're going to have to reschedule Calvin because apparently he had a scheduling conflict, so it's all good. We actually talked with Tom Flores. Tom Flores, wow, he was like the polar opposite of John Madden, because you remember Madden and boom and all that. And Tom Flores is on the quieter side, but that as he said, that was my demeanor, and that was going to be me on the field and stuff. And it's kind of crazy talking to these guys. And we've got John Lynch up next, and then at 3:30, here's what we got: 3:30. Drew Pearson, one of my football gods. Look at that sign right there, along with Tony Dorsett and Randy White. And of course, we know Cliff Harris, he's going in there. And I've been blessed to have met or talked to quite a few of those guys. I literally am living the dream. I'm literally on cloud nine. Although I am literally running on fumes because it just feels like I've been a whirlwind for the last week. And it's going to get busier because come next week, Cowboys go to Oxnard. Stephen Jones apparently was having a sit-down conversation, and they asked him, what's the biggest mistake of your life? Or, excuse me, being the money man for the Dallas Cowboys. And he said, not signing Dak the first time around. Really? Really? It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because I remember the Joe Boo Sports Report right after Kirk Cousins got his money and things, and Matt Ryan had gotten his contract. I said the Dallas Cowboys need to get the Dak Prescott deal done. It just needs to get done. You have got to go ahead and do this thing right now. Okay, hold up. I need to hold on. I've got to get in here because it's time.
Last night for Dak Prescott was fine the way.
I said they need to get that done before Russell Wilson. You may remember Russell Wilson basically gave an ultimatum. Aha. Daggone, there's already 10 people in here. Gave them an ultimatum to pay me by April 15th, or else I will never sign a long-term deal with you. And it was that time I was saying, you better get his deal done before Russell Wilson. And I had so many people that were hating, oh, you're crazy. You're not going to pay that garbage-ass quarterback, franchise. And I'm kind of like, dudes, you want to get this thing done now. I said, because the price will go up. And had they got it done back then, Dak Prescott would be on a contract right now, probably paying him about $26 million a year for a couple more years. But instead, the Cowboys waited. They, just waited. No, we're going to let him play out on that year at that number. And then they waited after they franchise tagged him, and the price went up dramatically. It's one of those things that everything you do on a football field is a risk. It is a risk. You can't. Okay, Rich is in. You can't not take risks. And there's an old saying that scared money doesn't make money. And if you play it safe, like investments for, let's say, I'm not going to play the stock market because stock market goes down, I could lose money. Well, if you go ahead and put it in the bank and say interest, the interest that you make on it, which is chicken feed right now, won't even keep up with inflation. Sure, you made $1,000. In 10 years, it'll still be $1,000, but the cost of everything will go up. You have to take risks and invest in the future. And not everything you do will work. 80% of most businesses fail, but it's the 20% that make the big money. And you just have to keep hitting these things and keep going, time after time again. You just do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And, looking at it, at least they finally got it done. It would be A worse situation if they hadn't got it done, they let him go, and he ends up being a guy that goes to the Hall of Fame. That's when you look at it and say, "Don't we screwed up?" Because the reality of the NFL is they're few and far between quarterbacks. The fact that the Washington football team is banking everything on a guy who's been on 11 teams, 17 years, has a losing record and thinks that guy is the guy that's going to get us to the Super Bowl should teach you a whole lot about the lack of quality quarterbacks. The fact that the Washington team has been trying to get a quarterback since 2010 when they signed Donovan McNabb, and then it's been 3 number ones and a second for RG3, and they get Kirk Cousins and pay him $50 million, and he doesn't even stay, and $73 million for Alex Smith, and then they pay, number 1 draft pick for Haskins, who just got beat up by his wife and stays for a year and a half. Quarterbacks, there ain't many of them around, bro. Not many of them around. Oh, John's already here.
We'll start here in just a couple minutes. We're going to let a couple more people come in the room.
John Lynch next. Oh, let me turn my mic. So we got John Lynch up here now. He's in the building, and we're getting ready to go. I forgot what my question. Oh, let me set this up. Jeez, I'm way behind. Boom. Oh, I remember what the question was. I'm going to ask him the different coaching styles of Tony Dungy versus John Gruden, and who taught you the most. With that being said, Joe Boo Sports Report. Broke ass media in full effect. Let me. That says John is ready. John says he's ready to go.